Hey guys, today we're going to talk about our recent DC trip and I think what inspired us and just how amazing it was.
Yeah, it was such a special time. We got to pray over our capital and really speak life over DC amongst such a pivotal time in our culture with our election and just such an unstable certainty. We were able to bring the foundational truths of Christ, and we were so thankful to do it.
Yeah, I think the main takeaway was that God's still on the throne. It doesn't matter who's in the White House, but he's there, and we just proclaimed the love that Jesus has for us and for our country.
Amen. And, we can maybe go through some of the actual events that took place, but we really were given some amazing opportunities to really impact DC in a profound way with the gospel.
Yeah, so we went to the Capitol building, and we were able to worship there. Also in the Senate building, we were able to lift our hands towards the Capitol and just pray a blessing and a peace over it, that God is in control and he's there. But obviously we want faith and we want that in our capital, but he's on the throne.
Amen. We were able to stand on top of the Senate in the Senate building on the top floor and actually extend our hands over DC toward the rotunda and just speak life and hope over our elections, hope over the future of our country. And we were just so honored to do that. And then we headed over to the Capitol to worship.
Yeah, so we were able to do that. And it was super amazing, but we also experienced persecution with the security around the Capitol. And obviously, there's security in D.C., but it was slight persecution over just being able to sing worship songs peacefully under a tree.
Yeah.
So from there, we went to the Supreme Court, and we were able to stay and worship, and that was so amazing.
Yeah, we had some really great interactions there at the court. We were there gathered to speak life over the judicial branch and over the decisions made within the courts. And there was actually a group of young boys that were probably from the age of maybe 18, 19 to early 20s that were there for a trip to D.C., and they were all from London. And there's probably about 50, 60 of them that were standing there, and they were seeing us pray over and really just worship over the judicial branch. And were really awestruck to see why a group of young people would actually be wanting to be so vocal about what they believe. And I had the opportunity to speak with some of them and to pray with them, and they were just so impacted that somebody would actually want to speak up about what they believe in, and especially in London, because there's been such, even actual events that have happened where people have been persecuted for even praying outside of abortion clinics. And so to see, vocal faith and to see true backboned strength come up, publicly within the public space of DC was a really impactful thing.
And I think it's one generation inspiring another, and I think also Gen Z inspiring one another. And when someone steps out, whether that's a Gen Z, a millennial, someone will follow you, and someone, whether they do it or not, they see the fruit of that and they want to do that too.
They do. Ronald Reagan put it very well, and he said, freedom is only one generation away from extinction. And I believe that now more than ever, Gen Z must stand up and must be willing to be vocal about what they believe in and what we as a collective generation are willing to step up for.
Yeah, so from there, the next day, we were able to worship in the National Mall. And that was absolutely incredible. And to see the joy that everyone has in the midst of a stressful time in an election year, that why would we be happy? We don't know what's going on, but we were, because we know that God is on the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know the end of the story, So regardless of whether the White House is red or blue, we do know that God is on the throne and He holds the end of the story, and He holds the end of America's future. And so we're just so thankful to have been to D.C. To pray and speak life over the election
special.
And the future of our country.
Yeah. So be blessed, and I hope you're encouraged by this.
Yeah. Be blessed, guys. Be bold. Be strong. Be willing to step up, regardless of persecution, regardless of what people say.
Called to be different.
Be different. And be willing to step up.
Amen.
All right. See you guys next time, and
Peace.
be blessed.